Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Galaxy. My name is Megan, and as you might know, I'm one of the co-founders of Clovo Brand. And you might be wondering why I have a bit of grass in the background. Well, this week's topic is about sustainability in your business or consumer product. So as you might have heard before, Clovo is a sustainable brand, and we produce sheer pantyhose that are produced from natural materials, and we also produce a bag from hemp and cotton blends. And you might be asking yourself, why exactly do we do this? Well, traditional pantyhose are made from nylon, which is actually produced from crude oil, which is pretty gross in itself. It's full of a lot of harmful chemicals that can actually bypass your skin layer and enter your blood. And nylon is actually a big part of the fashion world. You would be surprised how many of your clothes are actually made from nylon as well. Nylon is also a material that lasts a long time in the environment. So after you're done with your tights, for example, or many other clothing items, and you throw them away or give them away, they're going to sit in the environment for a really long time. So things like these materials are really not going to be sustainable for the future, especially if they're going to be sitting on our planet for a long time, and they're definitely not going to be great for your body. So it's great to consider sustainability when making your products or businesses. For example, like looking at different materials that are more sustainable, whether it's using recycled materials, like a lot of companies use recycled nylon, for example, or recycled water bottles as a fiber. And the other option would be use natural materials derived from organic materials. Like for example, we use a material called Tencel, which is actually made from sustainably grown eucalyptus trees. And we've actually been asked a lot as well if these materials that are made from trees contribute to deforestation, and the simple answer is no, they do not contribute to deforestation. And this is because the factory that makes Tencel actually has their own forests, and they make them sustainably, so they're making sure to plant continuously their trees and to not have an impact on the environment, because as we know, trees are great for sucking the CO2 out of the atmosphere, so we definitely need them around. But trees are definitely a great material to make clothing out of. It's super soft. Because it's a natural cellulose fiber, it's super absorbent. So unlike nylon, you won't get as itchy when you sweat or perspirate or anything like that. So definitely consider natural materials as well as recycled materials. And sustainability is not just about the type of materials that you use, it's also about where they're produced. For example, with a manufacturer, they often have sustainability practices involved in their production cycles, but a lot don't as well. So manufacturers themselves, when they have to make clothing, they have to use energy. And energy is a really cool topic to learn about, and it's definitely important to track back to where the energy is coming from. So a lot of time manufacturers will just use general electricity and energy provided by their local grid system. However, this energy might be coming from a coal-fired power plant or a natural gas power plant, which can release a lot of emissions into our atmospheres. So it's really important to find a sustainable production company. Like for example, like I've mentioned before, Tencel uses like natural materials for their fibers, but they also integrate renewable energy into where they get their energy from. For example, instead of relying on the grid for all of their energy, they get some of their energy from renewable sources like wind and solar. And this is great because it leaves less of an impact on the environment for the production methods of the fiber. So you got to consider not only what fiber or material that you're using, you got to consider where this material or fiber is being produced. Another great thing about Tencel is that it uses a closed loop production cycle, and this means it saves a lot of water, so it's not constantly like bringing water in, treating it, and using it as a solvent and then releasing it into the environment as wastewater. It's actually capturing this cycle and using the same water that is treated to create a solvent over and over again, so that it's super not impactful on the amount of water, so that it can reduce the amount of water that is needed in production. So yeah, definitely make sure when you're creating a new product or business to consider sustainability as part of it. It's super important. Now, moving kind of away from consumer products and just into online businesses or businesses where you have to travel, Perhaps you could buy carbon offset, which basically means so the miles that you've traveled, and suppose your car is a gas car, you can buy offsets for the amount of emissions that you would have used to drive a certain distance, for example. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Galaxy, and I hope that it was helpful in bringing sustainability into your business or company or product. So if you have any questions about how to bring sustainability into your business, company, or product, please drop them in the comments below. Or if you would like to learn more about how we practice sustainability, drop those questions below as well. Okay, bye!